Dan Henderson and Vitor Belfort. Vitor is probably a little bit smaller. Otherwise, I say those guys are even. But he's a little bit smaller, coming up for 185, so I'm going to say Hendo.
I think Vitor's been looking so good lately that you can't pick against him, man. He's been looking real sharp. I think the fight will stay standing. Vitor's is hard to take down, and you know, you can never know with Dan. He's got that big right hand, but Vitor, he's been looking very sharp, so I think I'd pick Vitor.
I really like that fight a lot as well. I think it's going to be a real competitive battle, but Vitor has been knocked out before, and I see that right hand of Dan Henderson landing, so I'm going with Hendo.
This one's a difficult one to pick because it really depends on who shows up when you're talking about Vitor Belfort. We've seen him look like a killer in the past couple of fights, and I don't see any reason why Vitor won't show up in that form. And Dan Henderson's an old man now. He's, you know, in fight years and dog years are the same. He's like 84 in dog years, and I think it's time for Dan Henderson to start pulling back, and Vitor's finding his groove now, so I'm picking Vitor.
Dan Henderson and Vitor, that's a pick 'em fight, man. I think both of them have power in their hands that they can finish the fight early, and you know, they're both kind of coming to the end of their careers. You wonder which one is going to fizzle out first, I guess.
Vitor's been looking amazing, so it's hard to go against him. I mean, his last couple fights, amazing with the spin back kicks, adding stuff to his game. He's been around for a long time, so I like Vitor in that fight.
Hendo's got great power, but Vitor's so fast. You know, I like Vitor, but it's hard to go against Dan Henderson. You know, I know he's a little older, but you know, all it takes is that one shot. I'm going to go with Dan on this one.
Got to go with the American. You know, Henderson's just a monster. He's got that huge right hand. You know, really looking forward to that fight, but I got Hendo.
I think Vitor's going to take that one. Vitor has the power, he has the drive, he has the skills to overpower his Dan Henderson's wrestling and that one-punch knockout. So I'm going to go with Vitor on that one.
I think Henderson's going to want to take him down. I don't think he's going to want to stand there and bang with Vitor. Vitor's got the power. I think he's got he's more explosive than Henderson. So I think Henderson's going to want to take him down. Of course, Vitor Belfort's takedown defense is amazing. I'm going to go for Vitor on this one.
If Vitor allows Dan to keep his distance, obviously that right hand's coming. But if Vitor is able to kind of use his athleticism, use his, you know, his elusiveness and his speed, you know, to close the gap and keep the distance, that he has a good chance of winning. That's a hard fight to call.
Belfort and the Henderson is very good punch, very strong punch, and the first punch face win.
Hey, this is Ariane Celeste.
This is Uriah Faber.
This is Glover Teixeira.
This is Dan Henderson. You're watching MMA Interviews.
MMA Interviews.
You're watching MMAinterviews.tv.